Hello everyone, you're here with H, and the H today stands for Here Comes the Money. Money talks, money talks. And the amount of money that we're talking about here, it will sit you down, have a conversation with you, listen to your deep insecurities, listen to all your past traumas, turn around and say, get a grip of yourself. We're not talking millions. We're talking billions with a B. B for bay. This ain't your bay. This ain't your boo thing. Just look at her face. You want to smile in this picture? Oh, she got one AirPod in. I don't know why that's funny. And the eyes are very striking. You could argue that the catfished victim is also a catfish because this picture looks edited. No, they wouldn't do such a thing, would they?
This woman wants to know if the $1 billion she received from a man she was dating online is real.
These people are like freaking out. They don't want anybody to know about this wallet. They don't want anybody to know.
This is Jillian, and this is what she thought her internet boyfriend looked like.
Evan Nicholson was very attractive. He
very much is. Look at the jawline. Huh? What are we chiseling on this? Stone? Gosh. Just get him away. I'm not trying to... I love with the worst heart ever. Right? That's a circle, essentially. I love you, Jillian. Is this okay? No, it's not okay, Mr. Handsome Man. It's just not okay. What is this handwriting? It's like in horror movies where like the scary woman is like scratching with her nails on the walls or something. That's how it looks like you've wrote. Get a grip.
very attractive. He was a very nice person. The first message was about my eyes. Nobody had ever sent a message about my eyes. So of course I responded.
They don't look the same there.
He wanted to just conversate.
He confessed he
Talk. He confessed that you need to say talk, conversate, get a grip. All right. Anyone ever watched, what's it, Drag Race or something like that? I can't remember. I've seen a clip of it online. Just talk. Just say talk. And I know some people in the past have been triggered, by the way, that, what, big words intimidate? No. What are you on about here? I've went to university, which is not a flex, by the way. This isn't me Helen University style. I've used big words before in essays, but in general speak, I don't throw them in for the sake of it, do you know what I mean? Or maybe that's just how he speaks. You know, someone will be triggered by this anyway. I'm not a news network, everyone. Please, all right? You know, for the sake, I've just remembered this, right? I was going to make like a hate videos comment again. Hate videos comment. Hate me for that in the comments. I was going to make a reading hate comments video again, but I really can't be bothered, to be honest. So here's a comment from someone named Beverly. Apparently Beverly's lost in the hills here. She might be looking at the sun for too long. She's lost her damn mind. She says just do your report. You're not a comedy show. A report? You idiot. Huh? I don't think she will ever watch any of this again, but I don't care. You're an idiot. Do your report. For the last... This won't be the last time, but I cannot emphasize enough, everyone. I've said it in previous videos. I'm not a news network. Stop taking me so seriously, bro. I'm just a boy. I'm just a boy in a chair. What report, Beverly? You can find me not funny, but don't speak in absolutes. I think a lot of people do enjoy these ramblings, so get a grip of yourself. Rant over. Save me, Mr. Chiseled Man. Please, with your uniform.
this man in these images, and he revealed what he actually looked like.
And now, at this point, he started FaceTiming me with his real face.
Well, that's a difference, I tell you that much.
He truly had feelings for me, wanted to make it better.
Jillian turned to us to verify if the money Evan has promised to pay her back is real.
Hold on a second here. I tell you what, for free. I'll tell you for free what is real, 100%. It seems there the scammer essentially said, "Here, this is me. Here you go." Because the title of this video says "Scammer reveals himself." Did you continue to spend money with him or send money? Oh. Should I care? Should I end this video now then? Because I feel like that's where this is going to go. So, no words, to be honest. And I'm not talking about a Jeff Hardy theme song. Let's get a grip of ourselves here. Genuinely. By the way, look, if someone lies to you online and, you know, you're speaking romantically or whatever, let's put aside the scam here, but also keep the scam in mind. If they lie to you once online, right, there's no reason for you to lie. It's not like it's a bloody pressure situation and someone's in front of your face and you think to yourself, oh, I must lie to save myself here. You're online, right? You're in the comfort of your own home. There's nothing to lie about. If someone lies to you online, what the hell is the point? Just leave them alone. I'm assuming you're desperate here. I've made that conclusion already. Yeah, if I'm wrong, but...
If it's a real wallet, I think it's a lot of money.
Is it? What, 1.7 billion? I think it's a lot of money. Wow. Oh, gosh. What would confirm 100%? What's a lot of money to you then? If you think this is a lot of money, what do you know is a lot? 1.8?
It's a like, comment, and subscribe. Your engagement with our videos help us reach new audiences and can potentially stop other people from being scammed. All right, team.
Sorry. Let's just address the fact that I think they've stripped away the opportunity for me to say, go do that, but you already are. I was just so, like, flabbergasted by the new sequence there. What the hell's just happened here? Just because he did say, you know, like, and go do that, but you already are. Oh, Lord. I don't appreciate that. And where the hell is the other guy? Because Brutus is here, but where's the other guy? They've got rid of him? What? What's going on here, to be honest? I love how they showed the Liv Morgan video because that's gone pretty viral on wrestling Twitter as well, so that's great. Also, he does make a good point there, Drew, though. Please like and subscribe, right? Mainly like this video, leave a comment or something, right? Even if you have to comment just saying, shut up, H. Just do it. Let's spread the word of me. Never realized Drew has tattoos on his legs. But how would I know?
I got this new case. It's from a woman named Jillian. I'll read a little bit of her email. Hi, I've been watching your stuff for a while, but I'm currently watching Sheila's story. Much has happened over the last year, and I'm having a hard time sorting out all of it in my head. I don't want to put much in writing due to my current situation, but I do believe that I may have access to something you guys might want to help me with.
What the hell is this cryptic BS that Jillian has sent her? Or them? Who's her? I'm just going to assume she sent it to Brie. I have been watching your stuff for a while. You could have just stopped it there and I would have said you're foolish, to be honest. I don't understand this. Do you know what? I've been thinking about this. And yes, shock horror, I think about things. I believe the victims who watch the show and they know scams exist, right? Dare I say, when they get scammed, it's a humbling experience. Because I believe that they believe they're untouchable. They can't get scammed. They watch these stories and stuff and they say, it will never happen to me. I believe it will never happen to me. But on the flip side, everything that I've watched and learnt and know and have some common sense about me, if again Jessie J was to ever message me, just because I've watched these, I'm not going to say to myself, I know everything, this can't happen to me, and then proceed to let Jessie J swindle me. Even if it wasn't Jessie J and it was a more regular, degular, schmegular person, I'm not going to throw everything I've learned and everything I know out the window, am I? I know it's hot AF and the windows are open the hell up, but I'm not going to throw something out, am I? I call it a humbling experience. These victims, as nice as they might seem sometimes, they need humbling. Get a grip of yourself. The fact you watch the show, it's a joke. Dare I say once again, is the script out? What are we writing about this time? And also the cryptic, the vagueness of this. I don't want to put too much in writing due to my current situation. What do you mean? You're already in the middle of writing a message. You might as well carry on. Unless they've paraphrased this heavily, and they've done this for dramatic effect for the video so we keep watching, then okay, Jillian. Who remembers Jillian from WWE? Wonder if she's doing well now.
I ended up losing my job for borrowing money from a coworker, which I would never done. She borrowed money at work and lost her job over this.
I tell you right now, right? I don't know what this blanket thing you've got on your chair here is. I tell you, it's colourful. It's a bit unique. It's a bit, some might argue, all over the place. And I'm not talking about that Skepta song, you dirty individuals. If you know that Skepta song, then you're a freak. How do I know it? Not a freak. Your head seems to be all over the place. Once again, I don't really have sympathy for, or it's hard for me to generate sympathy for someone who drags in other people. Like, you've betrayed the trust of that coworker, because I'm 100% sure you didn't tell that coworker, I need your money so I can send it to my online boyfriend. I don't think you said that. I think you said you're probably struggling here or there and you need the money. So you betrayed their trust. I don't really care at this point already, right? I'm 1 minute 42 in. So bear that in mind. I don't know how long I've been speaking, but do the maths. Commentary.
Hi, Catfish. My
Hello.
name is Jillian. I'm 42. I work in human services. I have a
hell does that
teenage
mean?
son and a 20-year-old daughter, and I enjoy spending time with them and being on bodies of water. So whether that be traveling or going to the lake for the weekend.
I've got a body of water for you. The Sea of Delusion. Ooh, funny. I'm funny.
Stop it. Get some help.
By the way, Tiff, if you're watching this, they said they were watching one of my videos with their 8-year-old child, and the child called me zesty. I replied saying, it's okay. Be zesty, right? In life, if there's anything to take from this video, forget the scam. Just be you. Have fun. Let loose. Especially if you are a creator. I say especially. You don't even have to be a creator. Just enjoy life. If that means you come across zesty, zest away. Nothing wrong with a bit of lemon zest. Trust me. Shout out to Tiff. And shout out to your child. God, it's some things I say, cover your child's ears, but, just saying. That was a eyelash there for some reason. Why? How's that happened? It's not like I'm watching this, just...
Going on the river. That's what I love to do. After working in administration for quite some time, I realized that I couldn't just sit behind a desk anymore.
So it was human
So
resources.
for the last 11 years, I have been working with domestic violence, sexual assault,
Okay.
people that are dealing with homelessness and foster care group home. And then I helped people get stable housing and then volunteered with child protection.
Between being a single mother to her children, volunteering, and working a full-time job, it was tough meeting people in person. This is when she turned to online dating.
Once again, before she starts speaking, you know, it does seem like she's a good person. Everything that she does outside of work as well. She seems like a great person, maybe even. But then, you know, again, I believe you've lied to your coworker by borrowing money. So that's interesting. I don't know how you get fired because of that. That's a bit weird. Don't know. Anyone in the comments, let me know if you ever borrowed money from someone at work, then you've been fired. There must be more to that story, surely.
Online dating just by being lonely. I saw the little Facebook thing and I was like, hey, let's check it out. That's when this person popped into my messages.
If anyone knows young Philly, that picture there is slightly giving me young Philly vibes. Just the way the jaw and the chin, the hairstyle as well. I'm seeing young Philly there, which is interesting. And if you don't know who young Philly is, then to be honest, here's a bit of a tangent. I don't know if I think I've mentioned it before in videos, but I'd love to be a presenter for different YouTube channels, for example, football channels, and like interview footballers, or if I could ever make a thing of like interviewing wrestlers like CVV, if you know him, Chris. Man, I love that, man. And young Philly is an example of someone who was a creator who transitioned into like a host presenting. I love to do that. Hopefully one day. But yeah, I mean, he looks like young Philly. So.
The person I met was Evan Nicholson in the military on a mission in Syria.
Of course.
His wife had passed away
Of course.
a couple years prior. He was a very nice person. He's very attractive.
He
The
is.
first message was,
See? By the way, to the people who sometimes say that the catfish victims or the catfish team tell the victims, hey, go in depth about, you know, this scammer's looks and stuff. She just said he's very attractive and kept it moving. Why can't the other people do that? Do you know what I mean? How many times have I said there's no need to list off attributes? We're not creating a character on The Sims here. Just, they're attractive. Keep it moving. Unless she spits in my face and in the next minute she starts listing off the size of his aubergine, then I take everything back. But, you know, as of right now, I wish all victims would just do that and not start listing things off. Like the dirty men. Yeah, you know exactly the ones I'm talking about.
about my eyes, and nobody had ever sent a message about my eyes. And
Okay. Let's address something here. If this is the picture that you're using and he said your eyes are beautiful, then I would date him as well because he has superpowers, apparently. I can't see your eyes here, Jillian. So, oh my god, that's so sweet. No one has ever told me that before. I don't believe that, to be honest. In the video calls that we're seeing, your eyes don't look that blue. So I'm a bit confused on what's going on here. It might just be lighting. But I don't believe that no one has asked or commented about your eyes before. That might just be the cynical in me. That might just be you being a hopeless romantic. Someone tell me why it's 6:30 in the morning and people are bibbing their horns. England!
it caught me off guard. So of course I responded.
But they're not that blue there.
He wanted to just conversate about real life things. It wasn't just, hi, how are you? It
That
was
basically is.
checking up on me, making sure that I was okay, asking about my kids. Had I eaten? And he shared so much. And as much as it kind of freaked me out that he was giving so much information, at the same time, it was comforting.
Jillian was so excited she met Evan. He was handsome and a gentleman. The two chatted every day for months about when they were going to meet up in person. But there was a problem.
It started with he needed to get the software to do the paperwork for his
What
retirement.
the hell does that mean, bro? The software, which mainly is to do with like online and stuff, to get the paperwork, that just doesn't make sense. Which one is it? In before someone tells me, oh, actually, maybe he needed Adobe Acrobat to do the paperwork. Then okay. Evan. Anyone know Javon Evans from NXT? That boy, bouncy! And clearly, Jillian's brain is bouncing everywhere. I get it. Let's not get it twisted. I get it. Working and volunteering and everything that she's doing is bound to get lonely, right? And you are going to want to find someone. But let's get a grip of ourselves. And in the first few conversations, I'm not sure someone is going to reveal themselves entirely. You know, she said that he was revealing a lot and it kind of scared her or something. Should have taken that and used it as like, let me take a step back and not get too attached for the moment. But I can see why. I understand.
That's when he first asked for money.
Okay.
And as soon as he could do the paperwork for his retirement, then he could come back to the
And
States.
that's why
Syria was getting really bad. He really needed to get out of there. And I was thinking this was a good thing, but like now
Okay.
you're asking for money. I don't know about this. And he's like, I swear I'll pay it back right away. Like I
bear in mind, she said that she's watched the show, right? And a militaryman in Syria is trying to escape Syria and needs this or that for paperwork and needs money. Humbling, right? Again, she's not an arrogant person. It doesn't seem like she is. But she needs humbling here. Because you've lost your head, genuinely.
don't have access to my accounts right now because I'm over here. They lock
Like,
everything up.
Look,
And all of a sudden, they were going on this secret mission, and the chances of them making it back alive were slim to none.
shish, man.
He asked for 200, and I think I ended up sending like 50.
200 for what exactly? For the secret mission? That's gonna keep you alive, $200, huh? By the way, the Turkish Taliban have nothing to do with this because it's in Syria. So get a grip of yourself if that's what you're thinking. Come on. How? I feel like I'm gonna repeat this a lot, but if she's watched the show, I just don't understand, man.
The first time. And then he asked for more because they were going on this mission. And he said everybody's family's sending them money.
For what?
So the mission
You're not family.
was something for the Syrian government. So one day I woke up with videos of all these tanks getting ready to leave to go on this mission out on this desert, like sending these videos of him like coming out of the top of this huge tank.
Jillian, you might be a nice person, but that doesn't stop me from telling you that you are a fool as well, all right? You've watched the episodes. Have I mentioned that? I don't think I have. It's a secret mission. But hey, person I've known for maybe a few weeks or something, here's videos of us on the mission. Have a TikTok of me on the tank. You know, the guy's in the tank and he's like, is somebody gonna match my freak? No. Drive the tank, Evan. It's interesting, man. It's not interesting. Dare I say it's funny. Loosely, I guess. Am I funny? Loosely, some might argue. But yeah, please, guys. If someone's on a secret mission, they're not gonna send you bloody videos of them on the secret mission, man.
So the whole time, I'm just sending these uplifting messages. I hope you're okay. You know, I'm
So
thinking of
uplifting,
you.
yeah.
While he's out on this mission, he sends me this message, and he had sent a picture who he said was his best friend.
Bro, I
who
was
ac-
thinking right then, if he dares say that, oh no, my best friend died in action. It's like I know, right? It's so scripted, right? I know the scammers play off of scripts themselves. I just know what's happening. Do you know, I've even watched enough bloody movies, right? There's not a movie about someone being scammed by a military man in Syria, but I just know what's gonna happen. I knew he was gonna say this.
Killed in the mission, laying there
Oh my
on
gosh!
a gurney. And he just said something along the lines of,
Why have you taken this
I'm just
picture?
heartbroken, like my best friend got killed
What?
on this mission. It's been a really bad time and it's been really hard. Once they got done with this mission, supposedly they found this gold and money that the Syrian government had been looking for. And because they helped them find it, the Syrian government was going to give them each a portion of it.
Didn't she just say that it was 1 gold bar? So are they gonna cut down the gold bar and distribute it as if it's a food truck? You get a piece. You get a piece. Pack up that food truck and keep it going. We ain't got the correct license to be dealing with this, and Jillian doesn't have the correct mindset to be in a relationship because she seems really desperate here. I don't understand once again, man. They're combining all the scams into one. Militaryman, Syria, gold bars, my friend's dead, my wife's dead, my friend is dead, and here's a picture of him dying as well for some reason. Deep breath. I say singing there. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. Deep breaths, everyone. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. And now it's 6:40 in the morning. I've brushed my teeth. I may still have a touch of morning breath, so thankfully no one's in front of me when I breathed out. Unless you can smell it through the camera, then I apologize. What I do smell is the scam is gonna get even more ridiculous.
And so he had already told them that I was his fiance and it was getting ready to be sent to me.
Sure.
And that's when the real mess started.
No, it was a mess before.
Says, okay, well, we have to set up.
Let's stop here. We have to set up this courier service. Now, in order to not make myself look like a fool, I'm going to Google the spelling of courier because I don't think that's correct. Just letting everyone know. Courier. Okay, so it is spelled Courier. What's a courier service? Is Evan offering up maybe a vindaloo? Or is he maybe offering up a tikka masala here? What are we doing here, Evan? Get a grip of yourself. By the way, tangent, maybe. Have you had a tikka masala? I have. I especially like tikka masalas. But since we're on the topic of Indian food, I don't know how it's pronounced. Saag aloo? Like potatoes and spinach and stuff. Oh, I can make a mean version. Yes, I cook. With the belly I have, I cook, yes. But let me know your favorite Indian dish. If anyone is a fan of Indian food, of course. I'm not particularly fond of spice, so a lot of Indian food is not my thing. But when I do make Indian food, I just don't put the spice in. Some might argue it's not Indian anymore then. I can't handle it, alright?
Nice.
Kind of lost track there. That's not how you spell courier.
Courier service, and they're gonna send this stuff to your house. He sends these letters
Deliveroo?
and email to me saying that it's set up, and as soon as I send this
It is
money,
set up, yes.
then it can be sent. So I start the process, and I start sending this money, and of course it's all
come on.
Bitcoin. I'm working like 60 hours a week already, and everything at this point that I'm making is going into this. I'm doing Cash App, I'm doing Bitcoin machines.
Do you know what? I don't even need to say again, if she's watching the show, how is she doing literally every bit of a scam rolled into one? I don't understand. But watch the catfish episodes, sure. This might be plugging myself, and I know some victims do end up watching these commentaries. For example, Kelly. If Kelly, you still watch, hello, how are you doing? If you guys remember Kelly, she bought a flight for someone 9 times. But just watch these, right? You get the babying sense from the catfish team. If you watch these, maybe you don't realize how big of a, or if you watch these, it might help more, basically. Plug, not a socket. Or a socket, actually. Plug yourself into the TT. Not a euphemism. We're not talking about butt plugs here. But that might have been cheaper than all this. Do you know what I mean? You get a grip of yourself and have some fun. Just saying. Editing Age here, just to let everyone know and clarify that I'm not suggesting I'm a replacement for the catfish team. Alright? Just saying. I'm just saying. Watch me alongside. Get a different perspective. That's what I'm saying.
Receiving it because we're having to figure out how to get it into Bitcoin to send it. Like one day I went to one of the Bitcoin machines at a gas station by my house, and I had this stack of cash.
Why is that in there?
And these people are just staring at me, and he's on the phone and he's telling me what to do. And I'm like freaking out because I'm like, do you understand? I have this huge stack of cash with me right now. Anybody could just snatch it. Like, I would have nothing to protect myself. All he cared about was getting that money in that Bitcoin
So this is
machine.
a nice person to be with.
Every time we would fight about this money and the fact that I didn't want to be doing this.
You've never met this person in real life. At this point, I don't think you've even video called, right? Which, I mean, later on you video call anyway, and apparently you might still be in love, so I don't know. But this person you barely know, you're arguing about money and Bitcoins and whatever because the Syrian government deal with Bitcoin, by the way, just in case anyone didn't know that. If you want to get in touch with the Syrian government and deal with them in Bitcoin, now you know. Emails? No, it's Bitcoin. I don't know why I said emails. Gmail, sponsor me. Just to get that in there. Or Bitcoin, sponsor me. I don't know anything about crypto, but if you send money to me in my bank account, then I know you. This person you barely know, you're arguing about money. Why do you think this is genuine, right? Once again, you've watched the show. I sound like a broken record, but Eminem once said, I sound like a broken record every time I break a record. So I sound like a broken record every time that I'm speaking some semblance of sense. Get a grip, everyone, right? Everyone. Even if you're not being scammed. If someone you're speaking to in person as well, if you're not getting good vibes, run away. Run away, right? Put your heels on, get them clicking. We're Dorothy. We're following the yellow brick road. Run away. You might encounter a witch along the way, but then you get on your broomstick and fly away. Ooh, sometimes I can see why people like Beverly don't find me funny. But it's just understand. It's not something to be arguing about. You're not living together. Why are you fighting about money? It's not a good relationship, and it's not a relationship in the first place anyway, but even if it was a genuine relationship, you know.
This courier got to Dubai. And then, of course, it couldn't get past customs without them opening it.
Yeah.
It couldn't be opened because they didn't claim the money or the gold bars. So then, of course, it needed another $7,000. He needs me to send this $7,000 more.
If whatever this courier service is, if they're not declaring gold bars, I don't think I want to work with them because they very much seem like they don't have a clue what they're doing. I'm sorry. I would tell them, keep the gold bar. I don't want it anymore. I don't want to work with you. Extremely sorry.
At this point, Jillian became suspicious. She had already sent $15,000 to Evan, and his request for money just seemed to never come to an end.
When the hell did that happen?
This is when she began to do some research on who exactly she was sending all of this money to.
Before that day, I had sent money to who he would call these people agents, and I wasn't able to actually find any of them except one. I had found her on Facebook. I didn't know how she was going to respond, and so I sent her a message, and I just said, hey, I'm pretty sure you know we've been sending money back and forth. I'm just curious why you think we're sending money back and forth.
I'm not going to say that she's watched the show before. But, you know, I've basically said it.
Just say it!
You know, the thing with these victims, I say victims, you've put yourself in this position because you ask questions after you've sent 15 grand. You work 60 hours a week alongside your volunteering, or I'm not sure if you're counting the volunteer as part of the work. You don't have money to be throwing around. So why are you asking questions after, right? It just doesn't make sense, really, does it? Where before you buy a shirt or something, right? Jillian would probably look at it, look at the price tag. Do I need this shirt? How does it feel? I'll try it on for size, etc. And then I'll buy it. You want 15K? So I can get a gold bar that I don't know exists? Take all my bitcoins. I would say, you know, this type of stuff needs to be taught in schools. But I don't think people will learn, to be honest. As we can see here, clearly she's learnt nothing from the Catfish team, which you could argue, why has she learnt nothing? That's a good question, no? Why? When you're watching this stuff, I guarantee you, Jillian is sitting there thinking, oh, this person's an idiot. I can't remember who Sheila was. Have I watched Sheila? I don't know. Ah, Sheila's an idiot. Look at her, Sheila. I've lost my train of thought. But I'll get on board the next train to tell you, let's have some common sense, everyone. Right? I know it's not all too common in these videos, apparently. But just think before you send money. One, I like to say, think about the scammer laughing at you behind the screen, dancing, living like a king. Maybe they've got some Gucci shoes on, right? Those Gucci sandal looking things. You know, what are they called? They kind of look like boat shoes. Yeah, one of those on, right? They got their Gucci. There's everything Gucci, right? Everything Gucci about them, but nothing about this situation is Gucci. I'll tell you that much. Just think about that. And also think about when you buy things in real life, you question it. Do I need this? Blah, blah, blah. Why isn't it the same thing when these people send money to people? Especially so many agents. Like, genuinely, come on. You watch the show, man.
Mr. Krabs, I am so confused.
She said, well, I'm helping this person.
It turns out that the people that Evan claimed were agents helping him in the war
Will they also be
were
scammed?
actually just money mules.
Oh, never mind,
As soon
okay.
as this woman Cindy told Jillian she was helping someone out, she dug even further.
Oh,
And I
too late.
started doing reverse search on the pictures, and I found a ton.
Where did you reverse search? Did you use the catfish service? Or did you do something else? Oh my god. My eyes. They're blinded. You, Mr. Evans. What's his name? NIC88. There are many mental restrictions that chain us down. Ah. The many restriction. Just the one. You must train your mind to break free of those chains that bind you. Self-doubt. Yes, once they're broken, you will open up your personal ability to live up to your full potential. I mean, to be honest, you know, as cringe and as cliche as that sort of caption is, I do agree with it. Self-doubt is a bitch, right? It does chain you down, as Mr. NIC88 has said here. The first comment just says, damn sexy. Miss Talitha, I think you've missed the point of the post here. I guess so. I mean, maybe you could have posted this wearing a shirt. I still would have called you sexy anyway. But yeah, if you do have self-doubts and stuff, I mean, me in particular, my insecurities beat the shit out of me every day. I overthink. I was overthinking before creating content. I overthink way more now that I create content because, you know, as much as I like to say I don't care when people, you know, drop hate comments or something. What happened there? I'm getting choked up. As much as I like to say I don't care, you know, there will be days where I read them and I'm like, oh, come on. Like, sometimes they're the most ridiculous thing as well. But anyway, as much as you can, because it's not like clicking, that's shit. It's not like clicking your fingers. My self-doubt is gone. You work on yourself every day. Tell yourself, it's a bad day, but it's not a bad life. There's a quote for you, Mr. NIC88. Just remember that. You might be having a bad day. You know, self-doubts are beating the shit out of you. Life is being crazy. But ultimately, as cliche as it sounds, it could be a lot worse. There are people in this world who are dealing with a lot worse. And I don't like to say that because everyone's situation is different. And I don't know if it's harsh to say. I don't know if it's harsh to say, but it's not really harsh. When you're dealing with your own stuff, I'm not sure you're going to care too much about what someone else might be dealing with, because you, in this moment, you are affected, and another person's struggles are not really, what's the word? Are not really a concern to you. But I like to look at it as, and I don't want to play oppression Olympics here, but when I feel bad about something, take a step back and realize there's so much worse going on in this world, right? And the thing that you're worrying about, at the time it seems, oh my God, like life changing, I'm ruined or whatever. But then you look back on it in a few weeks, a few months, a few years, and you're like, what the hell was I crying about? Do you know what I mean? It might be minuscule at that point, but in the moment it was big. So when you take a step back, big things get smaller the further the distance. So take a step back and things will not look as big and dangerous as they seem. That might be the most incredible thing I've ever said. It doesn't get better than that. So please subscribe now whilst you can. But genuinely, it's hard, but don't let self-doubts control you. Control what you can control, because what you cannot control will control you if you let it. Let's get this shirtless man off my screen now.
This guy's everywhere. He
That's a nice shirt.
is a huge bodybuilder person. He has a couple different businesses. He
Bodybuilder
was in the
person.
military. So a lot of what he had said about this person was probably true.
Or maybe the actual person's life. But I get what you mean. But I just want to point out when she said bodybuilder person, as opposed to a bodybuilder cat. I've never seen a muscly cat, by the way. Right? I've seen dogs that look like they visit Gold's Gym and have a free membership. I've never seen a muscly cat. Why is that?
Because he found it online.
Once Jillian found out that this man in these images was not the man she was communicating with, she did some research and immediately knew everything that Evan told her was a scam.
Okay.
She confronted him about everything right away.
Okay.
But he came clean. And now at this point, he started FaceTiming me with his real face.
Well, this is interesting now. Are we sure? Are we sure? Because in the little box down there, isn't your face supposed to be there? So I'm a bit confused on what's happened here. It looks like someone's covering the camera. Sure.
So on accident, he revealed himself?
No, he did this on purpose.
They were on a call together. I snapped a face shot of him. Here's what Evan really looks like.
Fuck, that's a nice house.
Yeah.
Well, really? I mean, we've just seen curtains, to be honest. I don't know how we've come to that conclusion. I mean, the curtains here. No, they look shit. I kind of get it, but I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Judging by his curtains there, does it seem like it's a nice house? I guess so, maybe. But you have to remember, scammers and some people, even who are not scammers, they will buy flashy looking things. What the hell is that? It's my hair. What's going on here? I'm shedding like a dog. Not a muscly dog. You know, yeah, anyway, scammers in particular, but also people who are not scammers. There's a lot of people. I said some before, but there are a lot of people who will buy flashy looking things just for the sake of it, to flaunt their money. And, you know, some people who don't even have a lot of money will buy flashy looking things as if to showcase, look, I have money. For example, I remember back in school, and I see it nowadays as well on my social media, where people would buy the most crazy looking shit shirts, by the way, just because it's got a fancy name to it, a brand name, right? For the sake of potential sponsorships, I will not say what shirts they are. Business! But it just looks bad, but you've bought it for the sake of the name. I just know it, all right? Particularly in school, where we used to have like non-uniform day. If you're in the UK, do they have it in America? I don't know. Actually, I think in America you can go to school wearing your own clothes anyway. Because apparently in the UK, if you want to go to school, you must dress up in bloody shirt and a tie and a blazer. Where am I going here? I hate that, by the way. Just let kids wear the hell. To be honest, no. There's a limit. There's a fine line. Because children who perhaps don't have as much money as the next child, for example, it would create insecurities if you came in your own clothes. So I do understand school uniforms. But anyway, when it was non-uniform day, people used to come like wearing the flashiest shit. I don't know if this sounds like I'm hating or something, because au contraire, I myself have a few Bape tops, Bape hoodies. If you know the brand Bape, I just really like it. It's a Japanese like streetwear brand. If anyone clothing wise would sponsor me, please Bape, sponsor me, please. Oh, but yeah, it's a brand name. I'm not gonna sit here and say I don't buy branded clothing, because I would be a liar. I do. But the people who, for the sake of showing off that it's a brand name, you know those type of people, and they will use it and flaunt it. Have you seen what I'm wearing today? This is that kind of vibes. I think I've gone completely off topic here, but just because he's got like gold trimmed curtains doesn't mean the house is nice. But I get your point. That was a whole bunch of shit, probably for no reason, and I'm sorry.
So he admitted it to me, begged for my forgiveness. He had never had somebody tell him that they loved him before.
But she said that because you were pretending to be Evan. So she doesn't love you, the scammer. She loves Evan. So that doesn't really make sense. You're being swindled again. This is insane, Jillian.
Truly had feelings for me. He wanted to make it
can't believe what I'm
better.
seeing here, man.
And it was just pleading that entire phone call. He said, I'm not a bad looking guy. You know, why can't we start over and figure something out? And so he would still call and talk.
Sorry to cut her off in the middle of that. Or am I? When someone says, oh, I'm not a bad looking guy, why don't we start over? That kind of tells me you want to start over just because you think you're a good looking guy. We're not going to address the fact that you've lied and you've stolen 15K from me. Let's not... We're just putting this aside. I mean, you can't be that lonely, surely. Like, if someone is capable of lying for 15K and robbing you, why do you think, oh, yeah, they've changed their ways all of a sudden? We've had a FaceTime call. He's a changed man now. You're hurting my brain, Jillian. Right? We're going past the scam at this point. Just you as a person. I know probably you're gonna say, oh, I'm kind, I'm caring, I believe in second chances or something like that. No, right? I don't care if this bursts any bubbles, but some people, depending on what they do to you, they don't deserve a second chance, right? I don't believe in everyone deserves a second chance. It depends on what they did, all right? So when you say everyone, we're not talking absolutes here. Not everyone deserves a second chance. And someone who robs you, but now they want to start fresh just because they think then they're not a bad looking guy, doesn't deserve a second chance. But whatever floats your boat, Jillian.
Me and FaceTime me all the time. So I knew exactly what he looked like. I knew what his voice sounded like. He would actually show me around his place. He would show me around his town. I mean, he seemed to start giving a lot more information. So
Anyways, another
he's
scam.
in Nigeria. He's in a marina. They have like no jobs. So he would have to get on a boat and go hours to find work. He had like no money. It didn't seem like his family was around except for the family that was hours away.
He didn't seem like he had money. He just robbed you of 15K. Like, to my knowledge, I don't know the exact exchange rate or something, but I think 15K in Nigeria would be a crazy amount of money. Like, you're just a fool. You're so naive. I feel like you watch this show, but you're still just oblivious to the real world, which raises my concern in these episodes when I say the babying that the team does, it doesn't help anyone. And people who watch this, who are in a position, who are vulnerable enough to be scammed, when they see the babying, they're going to think, oh, you know, it's not that bad, right? Someone out there is going to coddle me, pat me on the back and stuff. So that's why I don't believe it's a good thing to baby someone. And I don't think you've learned anything from watching the show. I feel like you just got it in the background. You're doing whatever the hell it is you're doing. It's sad and concerning, actually. Like, you seem a bit on the childish side of things. You know, a couple FaceTime calls. He's a changed man now. He doesn't look like he has money. He just robbed you of 15K. And if he's revealed he's a scammer, I say if, he has. But surely you've watched the show long enough to know that you're not the only one being scammed. There are others as well. So even if it's like 3 people, that's 45K. Bro, 45K, for example, in the UK, would be a salary. I don't earn 45K. I wish I could earn 45K. Oh, composure.
After getting caught red-handed, Evan wasn't this handsome guy with a six-pack. He was just a kid from Nigeria. He told Jillian he wanted to quit scamming and he had stashed all of the money he had scammed from other victims into a crypto wallet.
Oh my God, so you're telling me now that Donnie's crypto wallet has 1.7 billion. And such a good guy, right? Let's imagine this. Jillian's gonna see that and be like, oh my God, so how many effing people have you scammed, huh? This is the man for me. And then that's where the greed kicks in. I wish I could have 7. 7? 7 what? The movie? Anyone got the DVD? I'll buy it for you, because apparently I want 7. I wish I could have 1.7 billion. I think we all would.
He was willing to pay her back and give her this wallet. This is what Jillian was referencing when she initially reached out to us by email. Remember, she stated, I don't want to put too much in writing due to my current situation, but I do believe I may have access to something you might be able to help me with. This was really vague, but now it all makes sense.
He said he could help me try to get access to this wallet. He has a code that was needed for the wallet because the amount of money in this wallet is outrageous.
Yeah, it is.
He said he would give me the code if I paid him $500 for his rent.
So Donnie has 1.7 billion. He has the code to access said wallet. It's not like the bank accounts when they get frozen and stuff. No, this crypto wallet is very much on fire. But give me 500 for rent.
They sent her this wallet and they said, you are the only one with access to this wallet and it has all this money.
If it's a real wallet, I think it's a lot of victims' money.
Oh my God. I love how earlier on, you know when I said, oh, I think it's, yeah, no shit, it's a lot. So they cut out when she said, I think it's a lot of victims' money. She didn't just say, oh, I think it's a lot. So, wow. You see, the editing there to make her seem, you know, like a fool even more than she is. I'm just saying. You make your own minds up about that. It's interesting to note. I'm glad I caught that, actually.
It started off under $1 million. That was last year. These people
long
are
you been
like
talking to
freaking
this
out.
person?
They don't want anybody to know about this wallet. They don't want anybody to know.
Oh, but you've
They don't
revealed
want
it
anything to happen to
YouTube.
this phone. Nothing. They want me to like sign this wallet over to them. They're like, if you're not going to do anything with it, just give it to us. I do
Who's
have
us?
the code for the wallet. And as far as I know, I'm the only one that can actually see how much is in it because nobody can ever tell me how much is in it.
Oh my God.
I would love for you guys to help stop these guys. And if there's a way to figure out if this is victims' money and we can figure out possibly how to get it back to them, that would make all of this worth it.
You know what? I'm glad you didn't say there, I want to know if the money's real. Please help me. I'm glad you said, let's figure out if this is victims' real money and help get it back. Well done, Jillian. I like you, right? You're a fool and you seem very much too desperate for love in the sense that you've fallen for some crazy shit during the Evan part. But you seem a good person, so I like you. Especially in comparison to a lot of the shitheads that we've seen recently. You alright. You alright.
All of it. All of it.
Except the fact you borrowed money from your coworker.
Alright,
so I don't
Seekers,
know.
we
Maybe
had
I
to
take that
figure
back.
out more about this wallet. This account supposedly had over $1 billion in it.
It just
A few
doesn't.
days later, Brienne sat down with Jillian
By
to
the
find
way-
out more information.
How did the
Okay, first of all, I swear there was a victim recently, and Jillian looks like her right here. I can't remember who it was. Maybe the victims in my head, their faces are just merging together. But let's supposedly say Donnie has scammed 1.7 billion out of people. What? How many people? How many people would that be? And what amounts are they donating? Huh? I've got a video coming out I've got a video coming out recently. I've got a video coming out soon. It's recorded and whatever because that's how it would work. It's scheduled and stuff. The woman sends an obscene amount of money, bro. Like, we're talking, it has to be fake, right? It's not a catfish episode. But if that amount, we're talking millions. Like, genuinely, there was no point to that. I just thought, how many people would it take to scam 1.7 billion?
how did the wallet start out?
When I caught Evan, he sent the money back
She
into
looks
that
so different
wallet,
there,
and it
by
was
the way.
my wallet. And of course, I didn't understand any of it. Money started coming into it after we had finished that process, and I just kept saying, "Whose wallet is this? Whose money is this?" And he kept saying, "It's your money."
So she thinks she has a chance at getting her money back from the original scammer.
Does the guy trust her, like that she gave money to initially, or no?
I don't think she's speaking to him currently, but the scammer that revealed himself connected her to this financial advisor. That's who she's talking to. He's the one advising her to send the first scammer money so that he could release her funds.
James Jonah. Sorry to any real life James Jonahs out there. What a name that is. She's being scammed here as well. I'm begging you to not. I swear if you send more money.
There's layers to this, correct, Drew?
Layers.
I just kept telling
Why
everybody,
do you
I
do
don't
that?
even want all of that. Like, I just want my money back. I don't understand why all of this money is in this wallet. I just want my money back.
Give me the rundown on your connection with James as of today.
He was introduced to me by Evan as the financial savings person. He was going to help me figure out the whole wallet
I
thing.
swear if you send money.
Jonah finally realized there was a code that we could pay for to bypass the watch only wallet, but you had to pay for it. James and I got very close throughout this time, and you know, my life is just falling apart around me because I'm sending all this money.
At this point, Evan had completely stopped communicating with Jillian. But before he disappeared, he introduced her to Jonah, this guy. He claims to know exactly how to unlock this wallet so that Jillian can have all of the money inside of it.
I have to. Can you still hear me? I have to do this to cover the stench of BS that's coming out of Jillian's mouth. It's that SpongeBob clip. You know when he smells that dirty shit plant and his nostrils just... You've been fleeced again. I'm assuming you've sent money. You haven't explicitly said it, but I'm assuming you sent it to try and get the code to bloody get the money. Oh my god. I don't want to say, you know, it's incredible work by the scammer to shift mid-scam, right? But this is insane. Well done, Jillian, I guess. I mean, as much as, again, I think you're a good person. Just a stupid fool, aren't you? They're not mutually exclusive. You know, you can be a good person. Is that the right saying? I don't know. But you can be a good person, and I'm allowed to call you a fool.
The catcher is we had paid for everything to be able to get this wallet. We had gotten supposedly a crypto bank account because the amount was so big that we needed to get a special crypto bank account. He ended up with the login for the crypto account, and then he ended up in the hospital.
All right. Okay. Sure. Yep.
About how much do you think you sent them to set all this up?
I think in total it's like $50K.
Jillian sent around $50,000 in total. She sent Evan $15,000 for his lies about being in the war, $15,000 to James Jonah for the code to the wallet, $12,000 because the amount in the wallet kept increasing, and another $10,000 to buy a special bank to store all of this crypto in.
The fact, right? I don't care if anyone calls me salty, but the fact you've just got 50K just spare, I'm gonna give it, right? It irks me.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
This is a joke. Absolute joke, right? This money could have been put to so much better use. Where you volunteer at, you could have donated money. You could have given money to your kids. But no, I've been scammed. Literally, the guy has told me he scammed me. Oh, meet James. Send him money to get the code and whatever the BS is going on. Oh, he's a changed man, though, so I have to believe him. Alive me. Should I care? Like, realistically, should I take the compassion from my soul and give it to someone like Jillian? I understand She's a good person. She seems like she is. But we're blurring lines here. When I said earlier, maybe I take it back because I remembered she took money from her coworker. Then you argue, why did she get fired? I don't think that's a case of firing someone if you borrow money. But let me know your thoughts on that. She seems very, very greedy here. Because the money that you've now sent in total is more than the money that you originally gave to Evan. So I'm a bit confused on what's your end game here. I don't understand.
He thinks that her money is tied up in this crypto wallet and that she has to send funds for these codes to retrieve access to
Now,
the
Bree's
wallet.
face there. She
Basically, a
wants to
get your money back scam.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
This guy's ruthless.
If you're looking to contact
Why
us
would you care?
and you think you might need our help finding out who you're communicating with online, or maybe you need help breaking through to a friend or a family
Right, I
member,
tell you right now, I kind of like these new sequences we've got here. It makes it feel a bit more modern. What the hell is this phone? If anyone still uses a phone like this, kudos to you. Because I assume you are someone who just lives life to their fullest. Doesn't care about social media or anything like that. So kudos to you. I just find it interesting that they would use this stock footage.
don't hesitate to reach out to our email, sharemystory@socialcatfish.com. We can help you find the answers you've been looking for.
What's going on here?
The next day, we sat down with Jillian to break the news to her about the wallet that
Why
she
is-
thought had over $1 billion in it. We were about to give her the truth.
Jillian, great to see you again.
Doesn't
How
she
are
know the
you?
truth?
Good. How are you guys?
Good.
Good. Hey, Jillian.
Hi.
So, how do you feel about us meeting today?
A little nervous. Definitely a little nervous.
I know you've been holding on to this crypto wallet and you've been watching the amount of money grow within this wallet. How are you feeling watching that money grow?
So many different emotions go into that. Knowing that the wallet was introduced to me as a way to give me my money back.
Jillian, what are you hoping to find out today?
By the way, surely if, this guy was a changed man and he actually cared about you and stuff, surely instead of giving you access to this wallet that you need to pay for, blah, 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 he would just take the money out and give it to you through a bank transfer or whatever the hell. But apparently, just people are just too naive. They're too... I don't want to say too kind, because that's a shit excuse for being a fool. Otherwise, most of the world would be scammed, right? It's just little things like that where you don't need to have been scammed before to have just some sort of common sense, some sort of skepticism about everything. I don't know. That's just my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts.
Best case scenario, I am hoping that this wallet is real.
Brienne and the search team, they've
Oh, yeah. Just a billionaire. Just there. Just sitting there, shirtless, on FaceTime to you. But I get your point. But then again, that would be so many people scammed.
pulled a lot of stuff for you.
Sorry, I'm getting a little bit nervous.
I understand how stressful this situation is. Today we're gonna put it to rest. Hopefully we can wrap this up and you can walk away from this understanding what is truly going on.
All of the phone numbers ended up being VoIP phone numbers, which are online internet phone numbers. There's no personal data attached to them. The unique thing about VoIP phone numbers, which is why we see them being used, is because people can mask who they are and where this phone number is coming from, because they don't have to put any personal data or their own contact information to the phone number.
Got it.
So we looked at the...
I don't think you do. Because if you've watched other episodes, none of this information is new. So what did you get? You didn't get anything. It went in one ear and it came out the other. You didn't get anything.
wallet that you'd sent over to us. What we were able to confirm is that this is one of the main Ethereum wallets, and it belongs to the Bybit exchange, and that there are over 5 million transactions in this wallet.
What are these things?
As of today. So this is a real legitimate wallet. However, after looking at these screenshots that you had sent over to us for the app that you were able to view this wallet on, I noticed that you have watch-only access to this address. And so this is a public address that you're viewing. And so even though you're able to view it, you do not have access to these funds. And what that tells me is this wallet is not Evan's wallet, it's not Jonah's wallet, it's just a wallet that they sent you to entice you to send more funds. They're telling you this is their wallet, but it's not their wallet.
I've learned something.
And even the money that you had been sending was not to that wallet.
I've learned something, huh? Because I don't know shit about crypto. So now I know you can you can look at wallets that are not yours or theirs, and it says watch only. It's like if you give someone like a Word document or a Google document and it's viewer only. You can't edit it, you can't do anything. So it's kind of like that. Intelligence, I say. Huh? I've learned something though, so that's cool.
They were basically taking this huge exchange wallet where there's tons of money funneling in and out of it. They're dangling it over your head like a carrot, and they're telling you, your money's in here, your money's in here, send money to me so you can get your money back.
Which means, Jillian, they're still lying to you.
What Jillian was essentially seeing when she was opening this wallet was just transactions from a crypto exchange.
Okay.
The money she thought she had was other people moving money in and out of their bank accounts.
Now it makes sense why it's 1.7 billion, right? It's the whole, every crypto Donny in this world, it's all the transactions. So it makes sense now.
One of them I think you already have somewhat of an awareness of is, Evan is the initial guy you had been speaking to that started all of this. And what we were able to confirm is Evan had stolen the images of the person by the name of Earl Nicholson II.
Language there is very key, by the way. Evan didn't steal the images because Evan is not the real person. There might be Evans in this world, of course. Hello, Evan, watching this. But that is not Evan. That person behind the screen is not Evan. They didn't steal the pictures. The scammer stole the pictures. It's just little things like that. Got to be wary of it, right? In cases like Jillian, they might hear that and be like, so Evan is actually behind the screen? That's just my thoughts anyway.
Yes.
And so that's something we discussed about prior. But with Evan, he did reveal himself to you.
It's not Evan.
Yes.
So Evan connected you with a person by the name of Jonah, correct?
What's going on here?
So we ran his image through our reverse image search, and we were able to confirm his identity, and he's actually a person by the name of Alfredo.
Wow.
So Jonah, this person you've been...
Why is she saying wow? Right? Here's a question. If she if she reverse image searched, Evan, why didn't she then reverse image search the financial advisor that the scammer said, yeah, here you go? You know what? If you try to understand or to comprehend fully the victims and their mindset, the reason for their actions, your brain will explode. So I'm just going to move on.
Talking to the financial advisor, he had stolen the images of this person by the name of Alfredo.
Okay.
So, you know what that means, right? Jonah doesn't exist.
Why is she like shocked about this, bro?
And just so you know, with Alfredo, the real person in the image, he is an entrepreneur. We believe he lives in the New York City area. So this is somebody that's completely separate from Jonah.
With you already knowing that Evan has been stealing Earl's photos, and now you know from Brienne that this person, Alfred, is being used by Jonah, these are two completely different people. And these two people that have been telling you that they are these two guys, they're actually in Nigeria. Why would you think anything that they've told you is real?
Here come the tears. First of all, they're
Why?
very manipulative.
No, they're
They
not.
just kept catching me at off moments. And even though I would say, I'm not doing this, I don't agree with this, like this seems so wrong, something big was always happening in that moment. Always. In that time, I was working like 60-hour weeks and raising two teenagers. Like, I didn't even have time to breathe, let alone think. And then 2 weeks later, you know, this person's saying they're going on this crazy mission where they are probably not going to come back alive.
I'm going to stop you there because you're speaking a lot and I might lose what I have to say. So the fact that you are raising your kids, by the way, but you think, it's okay, I've got 50K whatever to just send out whatever, right? You seem like a good person, but I'm slowly starting to retract that because you took money from your coworker. You clearly, I don't want to say clearly, but it doesn't seem to me as if your kids were at the forefront of any of this. I'm not a parent, but I very much despise when people say, you're not a parent, so you can't say this about parents unless you're a parent, or general versions of that. You're not a doctor, you can't tell this person to blah, blah. I'm going to say it, and you're going to hopefully listen to me. I don't need to be a parent to tell you, if you're raising two kids whilst working so many hours, you're not in a position to be splashing 50K on anything, let alone to a stranger who supposedly you was in love with in the first place, right? Just send them 15K. Come on. Really? Oh, now I'm getting riled up. The more I speak it out loud. The Hulk. Which, by the way, oh my goodness. Side note, at the time of recording this, soon, and hopefully soon, if I can stop chatting shit so much, I'm going to go watch Deadpool and Wolverine at the time of recording this. Exciting times. So now I'm getting angry, and I like... If only these victims had Wolverine powers, and their brains could heal as fast as Logan's body. If the movie is sad, I swear to God, you ruined my childhood in the first place after Logan. I will make sure Marvel hears from me. Sponsor me! Please, though. Yeah, it's ridiculous what you've done here, to be honest. I'm not going to say I completely retract you're a good person, but it's there. Make your own judgment, everyone. Let me know your thoughts. I think it's borderline becoming not a good person. You seem nice, but good person, maybe you seem nice. Also, we've heard other victims as well in the past, and Drew has said as well, oh, you got so much going on, so you didn't have time to think. Sorry? So that's worse, because when you don't have time to think about something, you think, I'll send grands and grands of money. I'll think about it later. That's not a good excuse. I think everyone who watches this channel has a lot of stuff going on in their life. Do you send 50K to people? Especially people who told you, hey, I'm a scammer. I've lied to you, but I've changed. Oh, and by the way, here's a wallet that you can't access, but I've got the code to it. But instead of giving you the code, go see this financial advisor and work out how to get the money out. Let me know your thoughts about Jillian.
They're in Syria, they're in the military.
So here's how this scam worked. I'm going to break it down into two different phases. Let's start with phase one, the typical romance scam. Julian was approached by this fake profile going by the name of Evan that was using this innocent man's image.
Yes.
Evan got Julian to care for him by chatting with her every day.
Of course.
He claimed he was being deployed on a top secret mission and then says he needs money for various things. Jillian.
By the way, I know it's not exactly the helicopter that would be used, but just imagine going on a secret mission, right? And you pull up in a helicopter that you will know that a helicopter has arrived because there's a yellow shit flying in the sky and it's not the sun. We couldn't go for a stealth, all blacked out, windows tinted, except obviously the front one, because then the pilot can't see. It's just interesting that they've used this image. There's a burger there.
Jillian sent $15,000 to Evan for food, bills, and many other lies he fed her.
Food. It's shocking that so many of these people don't realize that when you're in the military will cover everything. Donnie doesn't need 15K for food, bro. What food is he buying? Right? Everyone's having some rations. Everyone's having their meal kits, MREs, right? Donnie's just got a burger from Salt Bay, right? Because his burgers are hella expensive for some reason. Got gold flakes on it, and he's looking at everyone like, yeah, look what she sent me. By the way, 15K. You're working so much. Yeah, have 15K. Not my kids, though.
Jillian then figures out she's in a romance scam and confronts Evan about everything. Phase 2 is something we see a lot when romance scammers' lies come to the light. Evan opens up about how he used the man's photos to scam Jillian and eventually reveals his face, which Jillian was able to provide this screenshot of what Evan actually looks like. He then tells her he's from Nigeria and begs for forgiveness, and even says he'll pay her all of her money back. This is when the wallet comes into play. Another fake profile going by the name of Jonah reaches out to Jillian and tells her that he can get into the wallet that Evan sent her, but he also needed money for various things. Jillian sent $15,000 for a code to unlock the wallet, $10,000 because the amount in the wallet kept growing, $9,000 for a special crypto bank that Jonah claimed she needed to hold all of the crypto.
Do you know what's interesting here? The fact that you're speaking to a financial advisor, right? Special crypto bank and all this BS. But you didn't go and speak to another financial advisor to see if this is real. Now, I get it. You thought this guy was real. But after you've just been scammed by the same person who's now telling you, here is a financial advisor, send him money, he needs it and stuff. Do you know what I mean? I feel for the kids in this situation.
Realistically, these two were working together, and all of this was a bunch of lies. These guys never had intentions of giving Jillian her money back.
They're going to continue to lie to you. They're never going to tell you the truth. Even when they're telling the truth, there's more lies that are coming later on down the road.
What was the truth here?
These are just not people that you want to communicate with or be in contact with at all.
Yes. Okay.
You got into the scam with Evan thinking that you're helping this guy that was telling you all these horrible things. He was telling you that he was hungry and you were sending money for those things. And then now they give you this wallet.
That's my like most excited about, just being able to just get rid of this phone and be done.
How do you feel about
Money.
blocking this guy?
Like,
So excited. I would have done it a long time ago, but I didn't feel comfortable doing it until I knew. Not necessarily who he was, but just if that was other people's money.
You don't
Yeah,
need
I
to
get
worry
it.
about them anymore.
I'm relieved. I'm relieved. I'm sad. I lost a lot of personal relationships in my life, but I'm not sad about the men because it wasn't real.
Good. Well, now you can focus on real relationships.
A
and
real person.
Yeah,
Meet
a real-
someone that's real.
Yeah. I appreciate you reaching.
surely the amount of volunteer work that she also does, surely you'd meet someone there and you immediately can hit it off because at least you both care and have a passion about helping others. And it's just a mutual, genuine connection. Not the BS that scammers, oh, we have so much in common. Look, we like the same food. I don't get it, man. Are we gonna address the fact that she lost her job? I'm a bit confused on that. Anyone in the comments, let me know if you know her story or if you've watched the live stream, because I'm assuming there is going to be a live stream. Someone asked, well, I say someone ask her. We've passed it now, so you can't ask her. But I wish it gets addressed why she lost her job. I can't imagine borrowing someone or borrowing money from someone and then you lose your job. I'm a bit confused on how that happened.
To us. Thank you for even
Thank you,
trusting us to
Jillian.
look into this. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, talk to you
Talk to you
soon.
soon.
Has she
All right,
learned
bye,
anything,
Jillian.
realistically?
Bye.
I mean, Jillian has taken the step to block. Yeah, all right. Strongly advised her to file a police report. What's gonna happen about that? She get her money back? Do the kids get their money back? Because essentially,
Seekers, it's almost time for our weekly live stream. Come hang out with our team and get a live update from
what's going on
Jillian.
here, bro? If anyone watches WWE, and you've recently been watching like the Wyatt 6 VHS tapes, and like the random stuff that pop up to create the horror feel, what the hell is going on here? Why is this here? Right?
We will hear how she is recovering from this scam and check to make sure that she has completely moved on from speaking to Evan and James.
Why
Come
have you
hang out
blurred
with our
their
team
face now?
this Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can find a link to our live stream on our YouTube channel by clicking the live tab and
Okay.
going to our most recent video. See you all there.
Well,
Thanks for watching.
Bro.
Don't forget all of our new videos go out every
Tuesday.
Wednesday. If you like this video, subscribe.
and subscribe to this channel as well, please. Thanks. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Hopefully you learned something other than Jillian, because she watches the show but still fell for things, and I hope she's learned her lesson now. You know, the humbling that I talked about earlier. Not humbling in a bad sense, by the way, just in case anyone misconstrues that. But you know, if you are triggered by that, you've probably already left a comment by now. So don't believe people online who've been caught in a lie and then tell you, oh, I'm changed. Please, let's start over. No. You're online. You've had your chance. Like, literally, there's no... My brain hurts. So I'm going to go now. Get ready to go and watch Wolverine and Deadpool. Or Deadpool and Wolverine. If you've watched it, did you enjoy it? Don't put spoilers in the comments, because I might delete your comment if you drop spoilers, because don't be foolish. Don't be mean, all right? Remember, everyone, take care of yourself. If you have kids, take care of your kids. If you are falling for someone online, even in person, don't send them 15K. Learn about your military. Please learn about your military so I don't see another military scam in the year of 2024. And just have fun. If you want to see more catfish stuff, playlist is up there. If you want to see a random scam video, I'll put something there. And I will see you next time. Bye.